Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Welcome and thank you for stopping by. It's fantastic you are here. Well, I trust you enjoyed my last video from Demi Lovato, and through their song Anyone, we talked about the fact that sometimes it's better to be honest with ourselves and with the world about where we're at, as opposed to trying to pretend it's not. That's absolutely staggering performance by Demi, so I trust you enjoyed that one. Well, we're going from there to an absolute legend in the music industry today. Her story starts in 1940 when she was born in Orange, New Jersey. Singer, TV host, and a former Goodwill ambassador for the UN Food and Agriculture Agency. So not just well known in the US, but sort of has this kind of beautiful nature about her that enabled her to do some really incredible work for the UN a little while back. Who are we talking about? Dionne Warwick. Now, Dionne was discovered in 1962 by iconic composers Burt Bacharach and Hal David, and from that point onwards, there was an awesome musical partnership that was formed because of some of Dionne's best songs were written by those two. It was Burt himself that said that Dionne had this incredible blend of strong and delicate vocals, and she's selling just have an incredible voice, this girl, and we'll get on to some live performances in a minute where you'll see what I mean. Now, interestingly, Dionne Warwick is a first cousin of Whitney Houston, so there's a bit of a pedigree going on in this family, I'm thinking. Now, between 1963 and 2019, how long is that career? That is a very long career indeed. 40 studio albums, 5 live albums, 22 compilation albums, and 85 singles. In fact, she's charted 69 times in the Hottest 100 and 18, that's the Billboard Hottest 100, and out of those 69 times, 18 in the top 20. So it just goes to show that she has found a lot of success. In fact, she has sold 75 million singles and 25 million albums, and so that's extremely successful. She's also been in a few movies and TV performances as well. In fact, one of those, at the ripe old age of 80, mind you, she was on The Masked Singer and in 2020, and just goes to show that she still can sing all these years down the track. Now, there's been a few awards given to Dionne Warwick, 6 Grammy Awards. Let's just start off there, including a Lifetime Achievement Award. She's been inducted in the Grammy Hall of Fame. One of her songs, I think, American Music Award, Billboard Music Awards, Hollywood Walk of Fame, New Jersey Hall of Fame, R&B Music Hall of Fame, and Apollo Theatre Walk of Fame. So Hall of Fame. So, you know, she's well respected in the industry, and when Dionne Warwick sings, her audiences are absolutely captivated by her performance because she's just got such an amazing voice, a conviction, just the ease of which she sings is quite amazing, really. Now, I first met Dionne Warwick myself through the song Heartbreaker, and that came out in 1982. It was a song written by the Bee Gees. But when I was thinking about what song I'd talk about from Dionne Warwick today, I had to go to probably her signature tune, that is I'll Never Love This Way Again. And no, there was only one person ever that was going to sing this song, and that's just Dionne Warwick, and she absolutely nails this song. In fact, this song got her a Grammy for Best Vocal. Now, I'll Never Love This Way Again. There's something interesting about Love This Way. I think this is what love's like. Even though love is patient and kind and doesn't keep records and wrongs, and there's this beautiful ideal that we as human beings can get to. Because you are you and the other person is the other person, there's never going to be a love like yours. So You know, forget the movies, forget the TV shows, forget all of the stuff that happens which tries to paint love in a really, really rosy light. It's not your love. Your love is unique to you and your partner. And because of that, you know, you're never going to love this way again. And I just wonder, this is just a theory, something for you to think about. You may disagree or whatever, but I'm just wondering, say for instance, you've been with someone and your partner dies, and you know, you might be 40, 50 years old, and you know, you love them to bits, and but you know, love kind of, well, love doesn't come to an end. I think this is one of the tricks. Love continues, I believe. It's too potent a force to turn off. Um, but what happens? You think, well, you know, what now? And so you do your life and you do your stuff, and then one day somebody else comes along and you kind of think, oh, right, what do you do? Do you go with that? Or do you think, oh, no, can't go there because I'm going to betray the love that I've still got for my last person? Well, I'm just wondering whether this may be a way forward. And you may be in a situation like this right now where you're thinking, oh, not sure what to do here. I don't want to betray the memory that I've got. Well, let's think about love and where it currently is. So the love for your partner is there, still there, even though they're no longer here. And so that's still there. And that's a beautiful thing, and you wouldn't replace it for anything. But I'm just wondering, when a new love comes along, whether the new love sits beside the love for the other person. So it's almost like, in order for you to love the new person, you've got to reconcile the love that you've got in you for your last person, and maybe the two can sit side by side. And then eventually, after time, as you continue to, I suppose, wrestle a little bit with this reconciliation moment, because let's face it, it's going to be, you're going to go from, no, I'm not going to do this at all, to, yeah, how awesome is this, all at the same time. Eventually, those two loves may meld into one, because you don't want to let go of the love that you've known in the past. It's too precious for that, but at the same time, you want to embrace a new love. So maybe those two loves sitting side by side will end up becoming one love in what is your life experience. I don't know how you feel about that, but I suppose for me, this just, first of all, I don't think love gets turned off just because somebody dies. I think that's the first thing. I think that just always sits there, and it'll be something that you will know and appreciate and just so glad it was in your life. But if a new love comes along as well, perhaps your heart can be big enough to compensate, to carry both of those. I think the important thing to realise is, if with the new love, you just need to say, look, no, this is the deal, and this is what's happening. You know, this love for my previous partner will always be there, but that doesn't mean I can't love you as well. There will be two loves going on at the same time. I suppose the thing is to be completely honest and open about that. And, you know, if the other person also is in a situation where they've lost someone, it could be, well, they're thinking exactly the same thing as you are. And so therefore you can carry your partners with you as you embrace and give yourself completely to this new love. And who knows, love this way may happen to you again, and it will be slightly different to the last love. I suppose that's the thing. You don't want to compare it and think, okay, you don't want to compare it to the last one and try for it to be the same, because it's going to be different, because you're different and your partner's different and the love's going to be different. So if you're in a situation right now where you might be struggling with a loss of love, and even though the love's still there, and I think it's important to realise, well, this is another belief I've got, that we don't need to let go of the person. Some people feel guilty having to do that. Let's not let go of the person. Let's carry them with us in our memories. but don't let that hold you back at the same time from embracing life and whatever it might have for you. So if you're in a situation right now where you've lost a partner and you're wondering about love, well, perhaps, be encouraged in your journey first of all. Be encouraged to know that you have experienced love, that love is still there, and that love will always be there. But that may open the way to a new love to sit beside it. So please be encouraged in that. Let's not be scared about getting out there again. When you're ready, though, hey, you don't want to be, you don't want to go into it straight away. Give yourself a bit of time, because your partner deserves that. The partner that you had deserves that, but they'd also want you to be happy, I'm thinking. So it's complex stuff, this stuff, but I trust that will be an encouragement for you today if you're in this situation right now, and who knows, you might be. So on to the clips, and here we'll see just how incredible Dionne Warwick is actually as a performer. It's a Dionne Warwick experience. So we have got I'll Never Love This Way Again. This came off the album of the same name in 1969. Again, a Grammy Award to Dionne Warwick, a piece of best vocal for this song. And this is her song, absolutely. Here we have a live version at the Grammy Awards, and of course there's an orchestra behind it, because this song just has to have an orchestra supporting what is an incredibly strong voice here. And she delivers an absolutely staggeringly good performance here, sweeping her audience, which is American Hollywood royalty and music royalty, along for the ride. So we've got that one. And I did mention Heartbreaker. That was the song that I met Dionne Warwick through, off this album of the same name of 1982. Song that written by the Bee Gees, who have written just so many songs over the years. In fact, I did a couple of videos of them a little while ago, just saying how distinctive these guys were in the music industry. Now this is just, I think it's the official clip of this one. And in the background, you'll hear the Bee Gees doing the backing vocals for this one. They were more than happy to sit behind the scenes and let Dionne take the limelight. Now, the Bee Gees knew that they had a hit with this song, and Dionne Warwick was the one that they chose to actually carry that one off. So Heartbreaker is a pretty good song as well. And then we've got That's What Friends Are For. This was a single for AIDS charity, actually raising about $3 million. This is a collaboration through some absolute icons of the music industry. We've got Dionne Warwick, we've got Elton John, we've got Stevie Wonder, and we've got Gladys Knight. Of course, Gladys Knight was from Gladys Knight and the Pips back in the 1970s in particular. Well, those four got together in 1985 and said, hey, this Live Aid thing that's been going on is pretty good. What can we do to actually add to that? And so they brought out That's What Friends Are For. This is a massive song for these four, and goes down as one of these songs, one of the collaborations in music history, really, this song. And so I think this is kind of the official clip of this one. We've got Elton John doing what he does, Dionne Warwick, Stevie Wonder on the harmonica. The whole thing's just there. Such a compelling clip, that one, to see those four in action. Of course, Elton John's in the UK. He is in America a fair bit, I suppose, but he is a resident of the UK. The other three are from the US, so it's good to see some cross-Atlantic collaboration going on here. So the links to those three songs are in the description below. And by the way, I've also included my last clip from Demi Lovato, so if you want to recap on them, feel free. Well, that's it for today. If you've come back for another video, so good of you to come back. Or if this is your first time to Life Reflections Through Music, welcome to the channel. And it was so nice to get a comment the other day from someone saying, I'm really appreciating your channel. We love that kind of feedback. It's always good to get encouragement in this stuff, that is for sure. Well, and if you want to make a request, by the way, feel free to drop it in the comments. More than happy to do that for you. Whatever it is you want me to do, whatever you want me to do, feel free to throw it in my direction. Well, that's it for today. Next time we're going to go on to Mark Knopfler and the boys and Dire Straits. And of course, Dire Straits have been pretty iconic in their own way as well. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.